Hello, dear fans, friends, and subscribers. Welcome to the second, to the summary of the second match of the ICC Cricket World Cup 2019, and we are talking about the match between Pakistan versus West Indies today, which, as you know, Pakistan have always been a sort of an unpredictable side, and that unpredictability today came out in full force in Nottingham today. And we all know that Pakistan had raced, even though England won the test in the ODI series against Pakistan, Pakistan had put on 300 plus runs in 3 matches. So that itself tells you that what happened to Pakistan. As today, the Pakistani batting order totally succumbed to a West Indies pace bowling. It was basically the West Indies bowling a lot of short stuff at them and forcing them onto the pull shot, and they were totally beaten by the pace and the bounce. But even though one would say that they were really hit by the pace of O'Shane Thomas, who playing in his first World Cup took the Man of the Match award today with 4 wickets, and Andre Russell, who broke the back of the Pakistan team as the Pakistan wound up for 105. Now, and West Indies actually wiped it off in 13.4 overs. But so West Indies won by 7 wickets. So as I said, Pakistan already have the tag of an unpredictable side, and that's what precisely happened as Pakistan. And I can only say that Pakistan have only themselves to blame for being all out for 105. Yes, it was Andre Russell who broke the back. O'Shane Thomas showing his fiery pace and as to how he actually got the batsman. So I'm going to talk about that. But so let's start off this and by saying that Pakistan were bowled out for the second lowest World Cup score, and that itself says a lot. And definitely not a good start for Pakistan, but what a great start for the West Indies, who, as I've already said, they are the surprise to me. They could be the surprise packet of this World Cup 2019. So let's have a look at what really happened. Now, the toss was actually won by the West Indies, and West Indies deciding that they would invite Pakistan to actually bat first on this wicket. Imam ul Haq and Fakhar Zaman walked in, and Sheldon Cottrell got the important wicket. I mean, the wicket of Imam ul Haq when he was caught by Shai Hope off the bowling of Cottrell for 2. Now, this was a ball from Cottrell which was going down the leg side, and Imam was trying to probably just work it along, and in the process he gloved it behind the stumps, and that was the breakthrough for the West Indies. But after that, it was one end it was Andre Russell, the other end it was Thomas, and Fakhar Zaman and Babar Azam joined after the early dismissal of Imam ul Haq, and pushed on the score to 35 before Fakhar Zaman got a delivery from Russell, which actually it was a lot of pace. It was a bouncer, and Fakhar was absolutely surprised by the lift that it got, and he was a bit late on the stroke there, as the ball went on to hit the grill of his helmet and went on to roll back into the stumps. So such was the pace of the delivery from Andre Russell, which is good to see. After that, Babar Azam. So just let me just make a summary only, not really going into the nitty-gritties, probably if time permits. Babar Azam and Fakhar Zaman were the highest scorers with 22 runs apiece. So Fakhar Zaman made 22 of 16, 2 fours, 1 6. Babar Azam making 22 of 33 with 2 boundaries. He was a victim of the bowling of O'Shane Thomas. Now, this was a stunning catch by Shai Hope. He definitely took off like an aeroplane and took the catch. It was a real stunning catch that saw the back of the most exciting batsman in this Pakistani lineup. Babar Azam caught home ball Thomas for 22. After that, Haris Sohail, and then there was 3 wickets down for Pakistan. They were 62 for 4 at that stage, and Haris Sohail was a victim of the bowling of Andre Russell. And this was a one once again. Andre Russell getting to ramp up the pace there at 145 kph. Harris was a bit late over there. As I said, he harried them for the pace, and it was edge to Shai Hope behind the stumps. He was gone. That made the score 45-3, and then fell 62 for 4 when Babar Azam was gone, and Sarfaraz Ahmed, the captain, and the experienced Mohammad Hafiz of the crease, and definitely Pakistan were expecting them to bail them out of this tough situation. As I said, it was a perfect batting track, and one did not fathom that Pakistan would be actually put to such a severe test on a very good batting track. So Pakistan totally missing out on this batting track. Sarfaraz Ahmed made only 8 runs. He was caught by Hope of the bowling of Holder for 8 of 12 deliveries with 1 boundary. Mohammad Hafiz pottered around. I mean, he made 16 of 2 fours, and after Sarfaraz was gone, Mohammad Hafiz, the experienced person, was there. But what a wicket for O'Shane Thomas. Now O'Shane Thomas, after Russell hit them hard, O'Shane Thomas came in and showed the raw pace that he's capable of. A short ball, Mohammad Hafiz was trying to take evasive action, trying to avoid it, trying to sway out of the way of the bat, but his bat was left hanging in the air like a periscope, and the ball actually hit the bat, and it went on to land into Cottrell's hands at fine leg, and he was gone. So Mohammad Hafiz was gone. Caught Cottrell ball Thomas for 16 of 24, 2 boundaries. After that it was pretty quick work. Himad Wazim was gone for 1 for Holder. Shadab Khan fell for a not. LBW bowled Thomas. Hassan Ali was out for 1, and now the last wicket pair could save some face for Pakistan by taking them past the 100 mark, as the score read 83 for 9 when Mohammad Hafiz departed the scene. But it was all over, and let me tell you, this was the last wicket pair had the highest stand in this innings of 22. So that will definitely tell you as to what happened in this Pakistan innings. Wahab Riaz hit it out, was clean bowled by Thomas for 18 of 11 deliveries, which included 1 4 and 2 6s, and that was the precise reason they actually went on to a face-saving total of 105, the second lowest total in Pakistan's World Cup history. So this was a really, I'm sure it would have been a big disappointment for the Pakistan cricket fans, no doubt about it, but that was the case. West Indies definitely, as I said, there was not much extraordinary. It was a good batting track, and it was all a matter of just showing some good application, but they were sucked out against the short stuff, and also they were beaten by the pacey stuff which was served to them, and I thought Pakistan were definitely better equipped to handle this situation, which they did not, and I thought they missed out on a very good batting track here, and they were bowled out for 105. Now Cottrell provided the big 2 4 overs, 1 for 18. Jason Holder 5 overs, 3 for 42. But look at Andre Russell's figures, absolutely splendid. 3 overs, 1 maiden, 4 runs, and 2 wickets. He was metronomical. He bowled like a spinner, I would say, because you rarely get to see the pace bowlers bowling at such very wonderful spells, and Andre Russell's spell was something really took the cake there. 3 overs and 2 for 4. Brathwaite was done for 14. O'Shane Thomas, who capitalized after Andre Russell hit them hard, coming and showing his raw pace and bounce. 5.4 overs, no maiden, 27 runs and 4 wickets. And that was the story of the Pakistan innings of 105 all out. Now West Indies were given a target of 106 runs to win, and they lost some early wickets. Shai Hope was sent back to the pavilion by Mohammad Amir. Now Mohammad Amir, that was the good thing for Pakistan, was to see Mohammad Amir get into some good form, get into some good rhythm, one could say, as he managed to swing the ball, and he also picked up the wickets. He picked up the wicket of Shai Hope for 11. He picked up, in fact, all the 3 wickets that fell in this West Indian innings, as the victory was a mere formality for the West Indies. Shai Hope was out for 11 of 17 with 1 boundary. Bravo was out for naught of the bowling of Mohammad Amir, and Mohammad Amir then had Chris Gale, but Chris Gale was the one who actually played in his natural stroke making way, as he stroked his ball naturally, with contributing 50 runs of just 34 balls. And we all know that for Chris Gale, this World Cup holds great significance, as Chris Gale has already mentioned that he would be quitting the ODIs after this World Cup. So Gale was caught. Shadab Khan bowled Mohammad Amir for 50 of 34 deliveries, 6 fours and 3 sixes. And when Gale departed, scored at 77 for 3, but it was nothing to worry. Nicholas Pooran, the young and talented bloke, showed his wares as well, as he took them to victory with a punching knock of an unbeaten 34 of just 19 deliveries, which included 4 fours and 2 sixes, and a winning 6 of winning thunderous 6 of the bowling of Wahab Riaz to take them to victory. Hitmate was not out on 7, and that was the game for the West Indies. West Indies had won that match in 13.4 overs. So as I said, this was perfect. But one thing, Mohammad Amir, as I said, was the very good thing to happen for Pakistan, because he has been struggling with his form. One was thinking whether he would be getting a chance, but finally he has taken the chance with both hands here. 6 overs, no more than 326, which would pave his way for probably playing in all the matches in the World Cup. Hassan Ali, 4 overs, none for 39. And other than Mohammad Amir, Hassan Ali and Wahab Riaz were really tonked by the West Indian batsmen. 4 overs, none for 39 for Hassan Ali. Wahab Riaz, 3.4 overs, one maiden, 40 runs and no wicket. And that was, and one wondered, I was of the, I had tweeted also on this, I thought that, they still had the spinners in the ranks. They had Shadab Khan, they had Imad Wazim, who is normally a very economical bowler, and I thought, when they saw that Hassan Ali and Wahab Riaz were clobbered, they could have kept Mohammad Amir on one end, and probably Sarfraz Ahmed, I think, did not do it, because there was absolutely nothing to lose for Pakistan there, because they knew the writing was on the wall that West Indies were going to win it. At least I thought that Sarfraz Ahmed, the captain, would have actually given the ball to, given a few overs to find out whether they could do something. It's quite possible that in the quest for probably going for some big hitting, the West Indian batsmen would have probably tried to tonk a few, and might have ended up being caught, and it could have quite, I know it was the power play overs, I understand that perfectly, but you could have definitely, I think Sarfraz Ahmed should have taken the chance and given at least 1 over to Shadab Khan, Imad Wazim, to see whether they can purchase some wickets, but unfortunately, if he had even given 1 over, I think I could have agreed with it, but since he did not give a single over to the spinners, it was a bit surprising. I understand that it was a very low score that they were chasing. Probably Sarfraz Ahmed was worried that the match would have gone probably over in 8 or 9 overs. One can understand again, but again, I thought a few overs, especially considering the Hassan Ali and Wahab Riaz were almost going at almost 8 or 9 runs per over. It would have been a good idea for giving the ball to the spinners. Well, this is my, as I said, I'm not a cricketing expert or a critique or what do we call it. It's just my pure opinion on this daily cricket show, dear fans. That's about it. If anyone wants to really endorse what I say, you can always tweet to me or probably email me, or if you feel otherwise, you can tell me why you feel otherwise, and we can have a sort of a small discussion, not a discussion really, but at least a sort of a thread, one could say. Well, dear fans and subscribers, always a pleasure bringing you. But before just going out of this cricket show today, on this second match where West Indies humbled Pakistan with a 7-wicket victory. Tomorrow, the matches that are coming in the World Cup, ICC Cricket World Cup 2019, are two matches, and the reason there are two matches is for the simple reason that it's the weekend. As we all know, it's a Saturday, and two matches that are coming up. First is a day match which is coming up at 5:30 a.m. local time. New Zealand take on Sri Lanka, and that match should be a very good one, and it will be interesting to see how the new captain Dimut Karunaratne leads his wards in the end, and also how he himself contributes in the ODI arena. As far as Afghanistan and Australia are concerned, so Afghanistan are taking Australia, and one can't be taking Afghanistan lightly just for the simple fact that they lost the warm-up match in a big manner against the Englishmen. As one thing that I would be really looking at is here as to whether the Afghan spinners, whether Afghanistan go with all the three variety of spinners, and I think that is their best bet for Afghanistan to go and really challenge the Aussies, and that is something which is could be interesting. It'll be interesting to see how the Aussies actually go on to tackle the Afghan spinners. So I think we are in for some great treat as far as the World Cup is concerned, and we are getting into the third and fourth matches tomorrow. And the Afghanistan-Australia match is going to be a day-night encounter, which would be starting at 8:30 a.m. local time. It's going to be played in Cardiff. Well, dear fans and subscribers, it's about time for me to leave this cricket show by promising you that I'll be back with my cricket summary of both these matches tomorrow as soon as they get finished. With this being said, it's about time for me to bid you all, my dear friends and subscribers, a very good night from my studios here in Toronto. Thank you.